Some of you cannot spread them legs well. Some of you cannot arch the back well. You cannot bend and give us that arch. You can't bend and give us that arch. You're bending like this. When your mates, they're especially these millennial women. Don't let the Gen Zs take your man. The Gen Zs, they are mad. Don't let them take your man. So enter the gym and go work out that body. Some of you, your tummy cannot let you bend. When they say go into doggy position, you are like this. Instead of you to be like this, you are like this. Make sure that every time you're done and dusted, he's running out of breath. He's running what? Out of breath. More than you are running out of breath. Or maybe a challenge. A tiger meets his tigress. And they are scattering the bedroom. Let it always be fire. Let everything be perfect in the weirdest way. I just want to glow because, yo, baby, what's that? What's that skin? What's that skin? You know, when you want to ride a man back, make sure that your body is glowing. And then dim the lights so that all he sees is a woman who is glistering in a dim light, especially around the Twin Tower, so that he sees the jogs glistering, you know. Dim the light. It could be red lights, blue light, whatever lights of your choosing. Just dim the light and take charge, take control. So make sure that you're washed up and then you're not coming to your bed ashy. We don't do ashy here. And then when he touches you, ooh, his hand glides through your skin smoothly. Anyway, let's talk about riding your man without getting tired. You know the moment when you start riding your man and it's fun at first, but then again you begin to cramp up and you just don't know what to do to make sure that you don't look lazy. People give you tips, but at the end of the day, you have no idea absolutely what you're doing. Well, this is where you have me. I mean, stop avoiding the cowgirl position. So let's dive into it. How to ride a guy without getting tired. Of course, with anything comes practice. Practice helps a lot. But now that you know how to position yourself in a cowgirl position, the issue now becomes stamina and leg cramps. I'm sure everyone has been there before. After a while, you get tired. I mean, the men aren't doing much work down there and they need that time to enjoy because practically men are the ones who do the work, who do the drive in while the women relax. So it is now your time when you do the cowgirl position or the reverse cowgirl position. It is now your turn to do the work and he needs to relax. And when I mean relax, I'm not saying that he shouldn't support, because when a girl is doing the cowgirl position on you as a man, you should be able to hold the waist so that you take the weight off of her hands placed on your body. You get what I mean? And then at some point in time, you can thrust from beneath. All right? This is all about partnership in the cowgirl position. It's not just the only thing that makes cowgirl position, you know, the girl's work is the fact that she is the one who is on top and she's the one who is bouncing and she's the one who is taking charge of the movement, the depth of everything. All right. She's the one who is responsible for her orgasm at the end of the day. But yet again, you as a woman, you need to know how to handle the cramps, how to position yourself in such a way that you do not have cramps, because you want to be able to go to work, or you want to be able to walk in the morning after everything, after all said and done. So if you want to give not just your man, but yourself a pleasurable experience being on top, then there are tips that you could use so as to make it a lot easier for you, right? And remember, practice makes perfect. Number one, you need to focus on pleasuring yourself first. You know, many women end up in this awkward position or straining positions because they please only the guy. When your focus is on the guy, on how to please him, you would exert too much pressure on yourself, and invariably that will tell on your body and your legs, especially if you're doing the cowgirl position. See, you need to change that perception. You know why? Because he already gets his pleasure seeing you on top of him. So what you need to do is focus on yourself first. Find a position for your legs which are the most comfortable, because this would allow you to ride him with more ease. It's not about him, it's about you. So stop trying to please him, because he already is getting the pleasure from seeing you do the work. Okay? Are we together? Number two, you need to switch the speed up. Now, if you ride your man like you're in a horse race, of course you're going to definitely get tired, but switch up the speed to help elevate your legs. So start off slow, then increase the speed, then decrease it again once you feel yourself getting tired. You mustn't necessarily be on a steady, consistent speed. That will get you tired quickly and out of breath. And before you know it, your ankle, your knees are screaming and trying to buck off. You don't want that. All right? So the speed should be, let there be a variation of speed. Sometimes you can go faster, sometimes you can just slow it down so that you can catch yourself. You can catch yourself, you can conserve. You can conserve or reserve energy for when you want to speed up. So go with a speed that feels comfortable, that you feel comfortable with. Of course, for both of you, it would be best if you mix it up a bit to give yourself and your partner different stimulation, all right? So don't just be slow forever. That's where variation comes in. You know, let your speed vary. Number three, let him do the work. All right. Now, just because I said that you're the one doing the work since you're taking charge doesn't necessarily mean that he will just stay there and not do anything. Just because you're the one who is on top doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be the one riding him. All right. There are positions which definitely requires him to do the work. For example, you just lay on him while he moves his hips, or you just squat above him while he does the work. He definitely would hold your waist, right? All you just need to do is just stay in that position, especially when you get tired. When he says, that's why I believe in synchronicity in the bedroom. Once he decodes that your speed is slower, that's when he needs to pick up the pace. All right. That's when he needs to pick up the pace, especially if he needs it a lot faster. So he picks up the pace while you rest and he holds your waist. All right. And everything gets balanced. The point is, going on top doesn't mean it's all about you doing the work. It has to be a partnership. Now, number four, let's talk about the cowgirl position, right? Now, this position seems to give, our legs a bit of a break, even though it's a standard cowgirl position. However, the only difference is you ride your man with your chest facing their feet. All right. So essentially, all they see is your back, which they love, by the way. So don't worry about it, okay? If you're shy to face him and to let him see your jogs, then you can do the cowgirl position and he can feed his eyes with what he sees behind. Do you get what I mean? And this position also hides the fact that you're tired, because he wouldn't see it on your face that you're tired. Maybe he might see your pace slow down, but he wouldn't necessarily know that it is slowed down because you're tired. Okay? And in that cowgirl position, you can literally change. You can literally just lean forward, hold his legs or hold the bed, and just bounce with your knees flat on the bed. All right? Very unlike the proper standard cowgirl where you're just squatting. Now, number 5, bounce. See, when we're grinding, we as women, we tend to use the most leg power. So instead of grinding, mix it up a bit by bouncing. So you're not just grinding, but you're bouncing. But don't bounce too hard unless he likes it, unless you know the angle for which you should be bouncing, so that you don't go and break the man's joystick. You don't want to cause bruising. But bouncing not only gives the men a different sensation, it also gives a great visual for them while relieving your leg. Because once you're bouncing, you're not putting too much of your weight on your knees. All right? Especially for women who squat. It's a lot easier. Okay? Then number 6 way for you to ride him without getting tired is by switching position. I mean, you've got to switch position, because if you keep doing this cowgirl position or the reverse cowgirl position constantly for a long period of time, you're definitely going to get tired. It will get so monotonous at the end of the day. So just understand that while you're on top, you don't have to stay on top. Of course, if you're doing your thing and you're not tired, then by all means continue. All right? But if you feel like you need a break, you don't have to tell your partner that. Instead, just casually move into another position. You can go on your side, you can go into doggy, and just do your thing. Really, just go into any position which is comfortable for you, and he will definitely follow. Number 7, you need to work out. There is no two ways. When it comes to the bedroom, when it comes to a healthy bedroom, performative activity, you need to be active. And one of the ways that you can be active is when you go to the gym. If you do not go to the gym to exercise, burn the fats, just build your strength, your core, how well do you think you're going to perform in the bedroom? How long do you think you're going to sustain your performance? If you want to have great sex life, understand that your exercise needs to be top notch. It needs to be consistent. And I'm not talking about just for the women, but for the men as well too. The people who have the most satisfactory sex life are couples who go to the gym, who exercise a lot. So work out. I know this sounds cliche, but really, working out is a great way to exercise your cardiovascular system, and it helps build endurance. So you find yourself going from 5 minutes to 30 minutes to 1 hour without getting tired. Naturally, if you have sex for an hour, you're going to be tired. But if you're the type of person who has sex for a minute and you're already out of breath, you need to start working on yourself, sister. And this doesn't mean that you need an ass like J-Lo. It just means that you need to build your stamina. You need to build your endurance, because these two things are very essential if you want to be, if you want to put it down in a bedroom and just let him buck under you. Number 8, stretch. stretch before sex. A lot of people don't know that they need to stretch before sex. That's if you can. See, stretching before any physical activity just naturally helps warm up your muscles and it makes you more limber. Yes, sex is a physical activity. Don't kid yourself. It is exercise. The point is, you may be getting tired because your muscles aren't just warmed up. You're not stretching. Some of you cannot spread them legs well. Some of you cannot arch the back well. You cannot bend and give us that arch. You can't bend and give us that arch. You're bending like this. When your mates there, especially these millennial women, don't let the Gen Zs take your man. The Gen Zs, they are mad. Don't let them take your man. So enter the gym and go work out that body. Some of you, your tummy cannot let you bend. When they say go into doggy position, you are like this. Instead of you to be like this, you are like this. And the man is frustrated. He's seeing you in that position. It's not enticing like. And when he goes on Instagram pages, he's seeing girls doing mad-ass positions. You know, girls, up your games. Especially the married women, up your games, man. The girls are not smiling on the streets of Instagram. And these women, they will take your man. You see how they go naked? My darling, bring the A game on. Don't pity for that man. No pity. Make sure that every time you're done and dusted, he's running out of breath. He's running what? Out of breath. More than you are running out of breath. Or maybe a challenge. A tiger meets his tigress. And they are scattering the bedroom. Let it always be fire. Let everything be perfect in the weirdest way. So stretch. Because when you stretch your muscles, you'll be able to place yourself in any kind of position. Whether monkey in the shadows or shadow in a monkey's, snake in a monkey shadows position, or a wheelbarrow style, or a what? Any kind of weird position, you know that your body can contain it. So if you're able to stretch, your body will be able to do remarkable things in a bed. Now, number 9. Look at him. If you're concerned about how you look while riding him, my darling, don't be. Every guy loves seeing a woman on top of him. Plus, we all have tummies. See my own tummy. We all have tummies. We all have fupa. We all have love handles. By the way, I need to start registering for the gym because my own is getting bigger. So we're not perfect. We all have it. We all have hanging flesh, right, left, and center. So don't be concerned about how you look when you're riding your man. Every guy loves seeing a woman on top of him. All right? So what's the big deal about your love handles? What's the big deal about your tummy folding? What's the big deal about your boobies falling or droopy? What's the big deal? But if you look down at yourself instead of him, you change the position, making it more uncomfortable for you. So instead, look at him while you're riding him as it straightens your spine and your hips. Okay? Number 10, it rides. Now, I think that I'm beginning to sound like a mother, right? It writes, it's important to have a healthy and balanced diet. And if you eat fast food, then you won't have the proper nutrition to sustain yourself while having sex. Food plays an important part in your stamina. You'll be surprised at how much food influences your sex life. So if you haven't seen a veggie in a couple of months, start chewing on carrots, start chewing on cucumbers, start chewing on all of the things that will nourish your body. Number 11, tell him you're getting tired. It is not a crime that you're getting tired and you have to tell him. Tell him, let him know. It is partnership. Sex is partnership. Tell him. Tell him that you're tired. It might sound like a boss skill, but if you feel like you're about to have a heart attack, then my G, tell him that you need to switch the damn position. Because sometimes these men are so into the act that they don't pay attention to your reaction. So if this is the case for you, then just nicely tell him that you need to switch position, or just switch the position on your own. All right? Now, we're going to end things here. And this is not where we're ending everything. There will be a part 2. I will be giving you 15 tips on how to be great on top. All right? So that will come out probably tomorrow or next tomorrow. Just keep an eye on this channel. All right? So I'm hoping that these tips on how to ride a man without getting tired is useful. And for those who are married, use it tonight and come and testify if it worked or not. All right? Until I come your way, when I come your way, do know that I love you and God loves you best. Mwah.